Hello, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, thanks so much for stopping by today. For today's video, I have for you the Oden's Eye and Angelica Nyquist collab called the Hela palette. So if that sounds interesting to you, then why don't we go ahead and get started. Alright, so I'm finally getting around to doing the collab palette that Angelica Nyquist did with Oden's Eye. This is the sleeve, and then when you take it out of the sleeve, it's nice and colorful, and this is what it looks like. And that's Angie there on the front, representing the goddess of death, I believe is who Hela is, if I remember correctly from her video. It was a long time ago when she did that. But this is what the palette looks like on the inside. It does have a big mirror, but I'll fold that over and show you guys. Let me scoot back because it's washing out the color story. There we go. Now you guys can see it. It's a nice, real pretty green color story with some fun pops. You've got some peach and some pink, and you've got like kind of a nice deep like purpley brown here, and this is like a gunmetal. This is a multi-chrome, I think, or this one might be, I'm not sure. This is like a nice pastel yellow, kind of a nice mustard yellow, a nice warm brown. So, I think there's lots you can do with this palette, but today I'm going to stick with the greens just because that's what's calling to me. I don't know, I might dip into another color just for a little pop, but I'm going to stick mostly to the greens. So let's go ahead and prime my eyes. I forgot to do that, and we'll get started. I'm going to use my Ulta matte eye primer in the shade Nude. Alright, my eyes are all primed and I've zoomed you guys in, I remembered. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm just reaching for brushes. So let's dip in with a Luxie small tapered blending brush number 231 right here, and for that I'm going to dip into Rebirth, this pastel yellow that you can't, there we go, couldn't see because it was getting blown out too much by my lights. Alright, and the reason I am doing, oh wow, that is a good pastel yellow, holy cow, I didn't realize just how light this was going to be. That is nice. Anyways, the reason I am doing this, other than the fact that I've been promising you this video since forever, is the Hela palette is going on sale for 40% off on Black Friday, and that's it. They're not going to be restocking it. So, and they have limited supplies. So when it's gone, it's gone. And like I said, it's going to be 40% off on Black Friday. So if you want this palette, now's the time to grab it, you know, on the Black Friday sale. I will put information in the description box down below as to, like, when the sale starts, and what other stuff is going to be on sale too, because there's a lot of stuff, a lot of really good stuff that's going to be on sale. Angelica Nyquist actually just did a video ranking all of her Oden's Eye palettes. I highly recommend you check that out because she had some really good points on all the palettes, and she has almost all of their palettes. So I think that was a really good video to watch if you're, you know, interested in trying out Oden's Eye and, you know, interested in the palettes but not really sure where to start. Obviously she recommends this one because, you know, it's her favorite because of course she made this one, but in her rankings, she really wasn't counting this one. She was more focused on the other palette. So I think that was fair, so that, you know, she could really give her opinions on the other palettes. Okay, now I'm going to just keep moving on with the gradient. I'm going to dip into Underworld right here, which is kind of a yellow green. And I'm just going to lay that basically where I put that yellow Rebirth, but just a little bit below it. That's pretty yellow too. More yellow than green, but it's really pretty. It definitely still has a green undertone. And I love Oden's Eye formulas. Oden's Eyes formula. It is really good, and they, especially in their more recent palettes, put a lot of good textures. Like you've got different metallics, and you've got duochromes, and you've got multichromes and whatnot. So I think they do a really good job with putting different textures in their palettes to make it interesting. Okay, I think we're even. I'm trying to be as even as I can. I'm just going to keep going down the gradient, and I'm going to dip into this shade right here called Moss. Right there. I'm going to dip into Moss. And I'm also going to put that in the crease. And just deepen up my crease with that. Oh, that's pretty. And I haven't changed brushes this whole time. I've gotten lazy with my brushes. Lately, I'm like, if there's no need to, if like I'm blending the same shadows into each other, I'm just going to use the same brush. Unless, you know, I need something smaller or whatever the case may be. I like putting this green on top of the yellow. It makes it a nice bright green. It's fun. But it's not a super like dark green either. It's not, I think it's got a yellow undertone to it, which makes it really match well with the yellows in this palette. I'm sure she did that intentionally. She's so good with color. Like if you're looking for anyone to watch that does colorful eye makeup looks besides myself, I highly recommend Angelica Nyquist. She's incredible. She's probably my main inspiration for colorful eye looks initially, before I started finding some of the other influencers out there. She was always my main inspiration for colorful eye looks. And then I started to find others that I like watching as well, that do colorful eye looks. And of course she got me interested in the indie brands, especially Oden's Eye. Oden's Eye is a Swedish indie brand, if you didn't know that. And Angelica Nyquist is Swedish. So, kind of a little match made in heaven there with their collab, I think. Now they did do a collab with 3 other YouTubers. Sadly, their palettes are not available anymore. I do wish they were, because they did a great job. My favorite out of the 3 was the one they did with Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner. But again, she kind of has the same aesthetic as I do, so as far as like colorful shadows and how she likes to go bold with her colors and stuff like that, like I do too, or like Angie does. So I think that's probably why I liked her palette the best out of the 3, but all 3 of them were stunning. I do wish they were still available. But like I said, sadly they're not, and sadly this one won't be for long, so snatch it up. This is a good one, guys. So, I mean, like, y'all have seen me blending. I've had zero problems blending. Everything is blending beautifully. I have a really nice gradient between the yellows to the green, so I really like it. Alright, next I'm going to dip into Ouroboros right here, this deep green. Put that on my outer corner. For that I'm going to use something smaller, something easier to, yeah, I like this. This is a Morphe M56. Oh wow, that is a nice green. I barely got any on my brush, guys, and that's the pigment I'm getting. Wow. That's Beautiful. So I'm just deepening my the outer portion of my eye, and I'll bring it a little bit into the crease, but not much. Just a little bit. Mostly I just want to deepen this outer corner. Now, if you want inspiration for this palette, again, there are tons of videos on it, I'm sure. I'm doing just a simple look. I'm not doing anything over the top today. So if you want like some real inspiration for other looks you can do besides a green look, definitely check out Angie for sure, because she did so many looks with this palette. So I'm sure she probably has a playlist for her palette, I would guess. And then of course some of the names I mentioned before, like Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner and Heather Austin, I'm sure did looks. I'm trying to think of who else I saw, but for sure those two. I know they do a lot of colorful looks like I do. I'm just making sure I'm blended and even. If I think about it, I'll try to link some videos for inspiration down below too. There you go. How about that? Alright, so like I said, I'm keeping it simple. I'm going to go in with, ooh, there's two greens. There's a yellow green and there's a darker green. Maybe we'll go in with both of them. Maybe we'll do Venom on the outer corner. Yeah, we'll do Venom on the outer corner right here. And we'll do Golden Bridge right here on the inner portion. I think that'll be beautiful. So let's do that. And I will spray them. I always spray my shimmers regardless of who makes them. This is just a shader brush from BH Cosmetics from their Marble collection. Really like that collection. I don't know if it's still available or not. Now that their website's back up, a lot of their brushes have come back. And they have some really good ones. Brush sets. Really affordable brush sets. That are good quality, I should say. Ooh, that's pretty. Look at that. Wow. I don't think it's a duochrome or anything. I think it's just one color, but it's beautiful. Wow. And Oden's Eye shimmers pick up beautifully on brush, by the way. Absolutely no problems picking them up. Okay, I think we're even, so that's what we're looking like right now. So let me just flip the brush over, and I'm going to use that shade Golden Bridge. I don't think I pointed them out in the palette. So this is what we just used right here. Now we're going to use Golden Bridge on the inner portion. And I'll spray that one as well. Oh, that's pretty. Really reflective. Okay, so this is how we're looking. I like the way it's coming together. So let's do the lower lash line. This is where I'm deciding if I want to do any pops of color. I'm thinking about it. Thinking about possibly doing that pink because it's just so pretty. This one right here, and then maybe blending it out with this one right here. I'm thinking very seriously about it. Let's go ahead and do it. I might regret it, but I don't know. We're going to try it. This is a Morphe M152. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Kind of like a watermelon now is what I feel like I look like. Now I'm going to just blend it out with that light pink shade. The shade I just used is called Goddess. That's right there. This is called Hela. Same name as the palette. I'm going to blend it out with that. Oh wow, that's really pigmented. Much more so than I expected. Very pretty. Okay, so this is what we look like right here. Not sure if that was a mistake or not. I think it'll look okay once I put lashes on. It's just very bright. But I wanted to do a pop. I wanted to try the pinks, so why not, you know? And then for the inner corner, I'm going to go in with this beautiful shade called Double Sided right here. I think this is a multi-chrome if I'm not mistaken. It's like, I know it's got some peach. It's not focusing. It's got like some peach and some green and stuff in there, so I figure that'll be a perfect inner corner highlight. And I am going to spray it just so that I have a little bit of control with it. But let's see, this is a Luxie, wow, I can't read that, mini flat angler, a 111. So that's what I'm going to use. Dip into, that shade's called Double Sided, sorry. And I am going to spray it. Oh yeah, you can really see the peach when I lay this down. That's pretty. My goodness. I didn't even notice there was a third green I could have gone in with. Wow. This is such a pretty palette, guys. I'm bringing this in a little bit. I'm kind of wrapping it up here a little bit. Bringing that up there just to kind of help bring it into the look. Help it blend together. I'm going to bring it down a little bit too. Wrap it down a little bit down here too. Okay, there we go. So now I have that in my inner corner. I'm going to close my eyes and kind of turn my head so that you can see how it like wraps up and wraps down. It kind of like it has shifts to it, so you can't see it in some angles of light. So I'm going to turn my head so that you guys can see it, hopefully. Alright, so I really like the way the look came together. I think adding the pink was a lot of fun. It makes it a little bit more of a springtime look, but that's okay. I don't really care. I wear bright colors any time of the year. You guys know that. So I really like the way the look has come together. I think it'll look even better once I pop off camera and put something in my lower lash line and put my lashes on. So let me do that and I'll be right back with y'all. Alright, I am back. So while I was off camera, I broke a nail. Have no idea where it popped off to. It's just a press-on nail, so I'll find it and glue it back on. I'm sure it's around here somewhere, so please ignore that. But anyways, while I was off camera, I put on the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade, what in the world? I think it's Scrunchy. It's in like a weird text, so I can't read it. Hold on. No, not even close. It's Insomniac. Yeah, I would have never gotten that. So this is in the shade Insomniac. It's a nice bright pink, so I thought that would go really well with the pink that I put on the lower lash line. And then for my lashes, I put on the Thrive lash extensions, both on the upper and lower lashes. And then for my false lashes, I used the Kiss Lash Couture Faux Mink collection in the style Midnight. So that's what I'm wearing on my eyes right now. So that's all I did when I was off camera. So here is the final look. Let me scoot in so you guys can see. Hopefully it's not washing. That's kind of washing it out. I'll go about right there. So here's what we look like. So there we go. I really like the way the look turned out. The palette performed beautifully, which I didn't have any other expectation other than that because I had seen so many fabulous reviews on it. Plus I love the brand. I already know the brand well. I have lots of their palettes. So, you know, I expected this to be a really good palette. And of course it is. Plus Angelica, it's her collab. So of course she's not going to put anything out that isn't wonderful in my opinion. So this palette is incredible. As a reminder, it is going away. There are limited quantities of it. They're putting it on sale for 40% off on Black Friday. And honestly, if I were to guess, it'll probably sell out the day of Black Friday. So I would be there as soon as the sale starts if you're really wanting to get this palette so you can get it at a great price. The shades in here are incredible. Obviously, this isn't a full review because I don't have time for a full review before the palette sells out. There we go. You can kind of see the shades that way. It's really washing it out. There we go. Now y'all can see the shades. It's a great palette, guys. If you like this color story at all, it's a fabulous palette. I've already swatched everything. I'm not going to do swatches here because this has been swatched all over the place. And like I said, if you go and watch Angie's video, it'll be much more thorough. You'll see plenty of swatches and all kinds of lighting. You'll see tons of looks that she's done with this palette. And like I said, I'll link both her channel and I'll try to link some of her videos for this palette down below. I'll try to also, like I said, link some other videos for this palette down below if you need some inspiration. But yeah, guys, I think it's a beautiful color story, which is why I picked it up. And the performance, the quality is fabulous. I have swatched this palette before just for my purposes, and it swatches beautifully. And just as it swatches, it performs beautifully. So even though I don't have time for a full review where I try every shade and everything, I do still recommend this palette based upon how it performed today and just based upon knowing the quality of Oden's Eye palettes. I've used several of their palettes, like I said before, so I know their quality well enough to trust that the quality in here is great in the shadows that I haven't used yet. I did use quite a few actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I used 10 and there's what, 12 in here? No, that's not right. No, I didn't use that many, did I? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there are 16. Okay. Yeah, I can't add. 4 times 4 is 16. Can't multiply. So I've used 9 out of the 16. So that's 7 shades that I haven't used. So, I mean, I think that gives you guys a pretty good idea. And like I said, this has been out for a while. It's been reviewed by tons of content creators. So, you know, if you want to see thorough reviews, those are out there as well. I recommend this palette. So of course I'm obviously recommending this palette, and like I said, it's going to be 40% off. I'm going to put the link to Oden's Eye Instagram down below. I'll try to link the exact post for what tells about their Black Friday sale, because some of their other specific palettes are going to be on sale for different percentages. So, and on top of that, affiliate codes will also stack on top of the sale, except for on the Hela palette. So the max discount you're going to get on the Hela palette is the 40% off. But any other palettes, you get whatever their percentage is, plus you get an additional 10% off if you use a code. And Angelica has a code. It's Ancheska, and I'll try to remember to put that code down there in the description box as well, so you guys can use that at checkout. And it is affiliated, but I mean, it gives you 10% off on top of whatever the other discount is. Other palettes that I recommend now, besides the Hela palette, if that's not what you're looking for, this one right here, I have not done a video on it yet. I have not used it yet, but I've seen tons of reviews. So, and again, I know their quality. So this one, I highly recommend. This is the Soul Mane 2. Gorgeous, gorgeous palette. And Here's the color story. Let me scoot back so it doesn't wash it out. Here's the color story right here. Absolutely gorgeous. You've got beautiful blues and purples. You've got some oranges. You've got a few neutrals. I think this is a black right here. But it's a gorgeous color story. Again, you've got multiple textures in here. I'm pretty sure you've got a multi-chrome. I know you've got some dual chromes. So stunning, stunning color story in my opinion. If this color story calls to you, it's a really good palette based on the reviews I've seen. So you can't go wrong with that. Another one that I recommend is the Norns palette. This is a nice, beautiful, colorful palette, and I think this is beautiful, perfect for the winter. So I plan on using this winter. This will actually be in my winter palette recommendations coming up soon in a video I plan to do very soon. So yeah, very beautiful color story. You've got blues, you've got kind of a golden orange duochrome, you've got a really cool silver. This is kind of a plum. I can't tell if it's a matte with glitter or if it's a shimmer. Got another nice plum, a red, a green, like a gold, a nice deep brown. This one's called Pink Chameleon, so I'm pretty sure it's a duochrome. Just some really, really cool colors. So yeah, this one I recommend. It's a good one. Then another one that I really like is the Alva 2. Man, this is really washing it out. There we go. There's the Alva 2. Yeah, sorry, my lights are really washing it out. But this is more of like a little bit more of a pastel color story. I mean, it goes a little deeper down here at the bottom, but it is more of a pastel color story. You do have 2 pressed glitters in here. I haven't seen them do pressed glitters since then. I haven't actually used those glitters. I don't know if they're any good or not. But the palette itself is really good. So that's another really good one that I recommend. So yeah, those are the 4 that I recommend. Those are my 4 favorites from the brand. There are some other gorgeous ones. Here's one that I pulled out called Cat with a Golden Carriage. Gorgeous orange and green color story. Stunning. And then Saga of Freya. This one it's a book and it has 2 sides to it. So first you've got more of a mauve side to it. Come on. Trying to show not the mirror, but the palette. And I can't seem to get it right. Here we go. Okay, there's the colors. Now y'all can kind of see. So it's like a red mauve color story. And then on the other side, if I can open it, it's a green and orange. Okay, come on. Color story. There we go. So very pretty. That's a really nice one too. Those are kind of my honorable mentions from all their palettes that they have available. Those are my favorites. Now I do have some other favorites that unfortunately are no longer available, so I'm not going to mention those, but definitely remember this is the last time you can get this. So if you're interested in this palette, be sure to be there ready to buy on Black Friday and have that discount code and everything. Well, the discount code won't work on this, but have your discount codes ready for buying anything else. And like I said, everything you need to know I'll try to put in the description box down below, as well as links to Angie's channel, Angelica's channel, sorry, and you know, links to videos of people using this palette. So I'll also try to link her video of her ranking her Oden palettes, because I just saw that video today, so I think she just released it today. So yeah, with all that being said, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please consider giving it a thumbs up. That really does help me out. I'm just a small content creator out here trying to get noticed by the YouTube algorithm, which is not an easy feat. So anything you can do, liking, sharing, subscribing, all of that helps me out tremendously. Also, I do have a giveaway going on right now. When I reach 500 subscribers, I'll be drawing that giveaway. I'm getting close, guys. I'm a little bit over 100 subscribers away, so I'm getting there. So please help me out. Help share this video and help push me up there so we can get that giveaway drawn, and I'll get 500 subscribers, and the next step is 1,000, and I'll have another giveaway for that. So come on, let's do this. I'm really trying to get there. I think that covers everything though. So I will make sure to link the giveaway up in the cards, and it'll be in the description box down below as well. So yeah, I think that covers everything. So with all that being said, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope that you are having a great day or evening wherever you are in this world. I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're staying healthy, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye!